It's Madden NFL 22, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium, right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear,
so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game.
The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves.
This offense has been humming right along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Quintez Cephas. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Steps away to his left. Going long here for Wallace. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So, two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. That'll be caught. Wallace hauls it in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know that's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Quintez Cephas. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens add on. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tylan Wallace, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete.
Oh, yeah,
and in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens add on. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Quintez Cephas, 72 yards. And the Ravens get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdowns. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well,
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 74 yards. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and now That's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll roll him out right. This is caught, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll have a tough